And welcome back to the third hour of today. Time now for our series, On the Money. This morning, we want to organize our finances to help us achieve those short and long-term goals. And here to break it down, the anchor of CNBC's The Exchange and Power Lunch, Kelly Evans. Kelly, good to see you.
Good morning.
And we should say, you are a trooper. You're due on Monday.
Yes.
You're 6th. And you're here with us.
That's no place I don't want to go home and sit around and think about it. And yeah, so I'd much rather let's talk about organizing.
Talk about money.
Yeah.
All right, we'll do that.
Money.
So when you talk about your finances, I would think before you can do anything, you pretty much have to know what's going in, what's coming in, what's going out, what your savings are.
Not always the fun part, right? Totally. But you got to do some kind of. We like to do a one-pager. You know, it can be pen and paper, it can be Excel. There's a lot of apps for this. Just kind of bring it all together so you get a picture of where you are. And this is a lot of, there's 50-30 models. I like the 60-20-20 one when you're looking at, okay, what's a kind of rubric for me to think about how I'm spending and what my goals should be. A lot of people say 60% of your spending, this is kind of like going towards your needs, your mortgage, your student loan, the fixed stuff, the insurance. 20%, that can fluctuate. That can be more the wants, the fun stuff, the streaming services. But also 20% should be like the really important long-term stuff. And this is what we really want to emphasize today, like how to hit these goals. And you can do it this way, but you just have to think about, is that dollar today, like where is it best put to use? And there's a lot of good places to put it to use.
Is there an ideal amount that you should try to put into basic accounts, these basic accounts?
There is. There's a lot of different rubrics to think about it. So here's a breakdown kind of percentage-wise. These are checking savings, kind of like, you know, you want that in your back pocket in case something bad happens. Checking, we talk about 10% of annual expenses, savings 15 to 30. Those look like big numbers, and I get that. And to be honest, and the financial planners may not love this, I'd love to see those dollars maybe get invested as quickly as possible. Even in a 529, yes, it's a college savings plan, but you can pull out those contributions without penalty. So like if something bad happens, a break the glass moment, you can pull the money out that you put in. In the meantime, it can grow for you. The biggie, obviously, that we have to focus on is the 401k. Why? Because you don't look, whether it's your kids in the future, or obviously for yourself, you need to know that you have that security. These are big numbers, 15% of annual income. Let your employer help you out. If they do 5%, if they do 7%, you only have to do your portion of that, right? If you haven't started yet, don't worry. You can start at age 40. This stuff still compounds really quickly. Just try to hit 20% if you can. If you get a health savings account, great option also. This is money that goes in pre-tax, grows tax-free. You can use it for health expenses anytime in the future. It's not like a flex plan. That's use it or lose it. Health savings account, baby, it can just grow.
Okay, you talked about a 529. Can you remind us who should really be considering that? When is it best?
Yeah, I think people get a little stuck on like, well, I want to help my kids, but I also have my own goals. So how much, should I do? A couple things to consider. The earlier you start, the less you have to do. I mean, to put it that way, quite honestly. If you start when the child is very young, great option for a grandparent. We're talking about $100, $250 a month can help actually hit a significant goal. Public school, much more cheap than a private school. But in the back of your mind, kind of know what you're trying to hit when you look at those monthly breakdowns. Maybe $400 or $500 a month is more realistic. Here's a sense when you say, am I trying to save for the whole price of college? Because come on, that's really daunting. Aim for maybe a third of the projected future cost. 3 to 5% of your annual income, not a huge amount. Yes, it's a pinch, but in 18 years, we're talking about only putting in $100 to $250 a month per kid, and you can hit that goal, a third of a public school tuition in 18 years. You know, a little higher if it's private, but
But that makes it less daunting.
It's doable.
Exactly. Kelly, let's talk about retirement. What are those? How do we reach those goals?
Okay, so here's some ways to think about it. You don't look here yet. Okay. This is the big scary number at the end. You go,
sorry, wrong pipe.
Yeah, I mean, 10 times your salary saved by 67 feels insane, like really hard to do. But look down here at age 30. If you have the equivalent to your salary, and this doesn't even have to be what you're earning now. We're talking about like what you're going to live off in retirement, right? A more reasonable number. Try to hit that by 30. Okay, 40, maybe you're at 3 times. And this money can also grow once you get it in there. You don't have to like 50, age 50, maybe you have 6 times. Here's one interesting way to think about it. $1 today at a 7% annual return, which the stock market keeps doing despite all the ups and downs. $1 today can grow to 10x in just 33 years.
Wow.
So even if you're 40 and you want your money to grow 10x by 73, just put it in. Just put it in now, and you can start to kind of climb that mountain.
Some people think they have to put in so much, but it's actually doable. So, we have a little something for you before you go on maternity leave.
What?
We just thought a little something from your Today Show family.
It beats hand-me-downs.
Take a look in there. You may
shameless.
Because you may recognize what's in there.
Seriously. Oh
you
my
may
gosh.
have a few of these laying around from last time, but we thought you needed a fresh one.
This is
There you go.
It'll fit for about a day, and that's okay.
I haven't come up with any baby names yet. So maybe Laura, Al, Peter. Third hour.
Kelly, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. This is really sweet.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch the Today Show every morning on NBC or take Today when you're on the go. Just follow the Today podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.